What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. So what if there was a warning sign that told you that your training was about to go off the rails, right? Not necessarily that it has gotten to the point where you're either losing strength on your bigger lifts or you're not seeing any size gains anymore, there's a noticeable plateau, maybe even your desire to train is down, or if your goals are completely different, maybe fat loss, you've again plateaued there, even as you drop your calories, just something's not working anymore. What if there was something that could happen ahead of those signs and symptoms that would give you an opportunity to intervene before that, so that the reversal of that would be a little bit more effective? Well, you probably see me waving this thing around here because there's a reason why we could actually implement some other method for this. And the thing is, it's actually very, very simple to do. It's measuring our grip strength. Now look, you don't have to go and buy this device, okay? I'm gonna actually give you and show you a very cool correlation that I actually uncovered, actually by accident, that shows you that you could do this a lot cheaper, okay? Because this costs $300. This is the gold standard for physical therapists when it comes to measuring grip strength. There's a hand grip dynamometer. And there's a procedure that we'll follow, both with this device and with the alternative. And by the way, what's the alternative? It's this cheap little Detecto scale that I got at Bed Bath & Beyond for about 10 bucks, right? It does the same thing. We're gonna have to make a little conversion though from pounds to kilograms, but I think we can handle the math. The idea is this, guys. We know that grip strength is neuromuscularly driven, right? When you have variances in your grip strength and how tightly you can grip something, it's not necessarily that you've lost grip strength from 1 minute to the next, or from 1 hour to the next, or even from one day to the next. Because you've probably already felt this yourself when you've been sick, or when you're extra tired, or even if you wake up in the middle of the night. Try squeezing your hand next time and see how much force you could generate. You'll actually feel like you wish you could do it with more force, but you can't. It's because you don't have, again, that you could be just over fatigued from a neuromuscular level. Central nervous system sending signals down to your muscles just aren't firing appropriately. Well, we know when this fatigue starts to set in, it's a sign that what you're doing in your training plan is probably too much. You're under recovering. You're not giving yourself a chance to recover from this. And I know why a lot of it happens a lot of times. You see a lot of cool things. Hell, on this channel we cover a lot of great things and you guys want to try all of them. You can't try all of them all of the time. It's one of the fastest ways to find yourself in this state, maybe at the later stage where you've already noticed the more serious signs and symptoms. So you want to make sure that you're testing yourself frequently with your grip. And if we could do that easily, then we're going to be able to do this and intervene faster. So if we take the grip dynamometer, I'm going to show you how we do it this way, right? And we're going to apply it to the scale. You test yourself with your arm at your side, elbow bent 90 degrees, and you're going to squeeze as hard as you can. We want to see what our peak force output is. So I'm just going to get ready to squeeze. 1, 2, 3, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And I'm about 50 at that point. Now I've actually been higher at times as well. That being said, that's 50 kilograms of force on this device. Why is that important? Well, we also know that grip strength itself, the overall level of grip strength, is important when it comes to your performance on some of the bigger lifts, right? We know that grip provides additional stability on those lifts, and it also provides an irradiation effect. It allows other muscles to sort of contribute to the performance of that lift, which is going to be essential when you're talking about your bigger compound lifts. So now I take this and I say, all right, well, what would happen if I come over here with this little cheap device? Could I do the same thing? Well, now instead of talking about kilograms, we look for pounds. All right, so now we're looking for the same or the equivalent measurement in that kilogram on the device with pounds on this scale. So all we have to do is we just take the scale in the same way. We're going to hold it this way, right? We don't want to hold it like this, because if we hold it like that, we're talking about more of a pinch grip. That's a different type of grip and a different strength level. We want to hold it this way, so we're measuring the same type of effect that we got on the gun there. All right, so now we grab it here, we're going to stabilize it on our body here like this. So now we're going to take a look. Jesse, why don't you come around? I'm going to show what happens here. Going to make sure this is starting at 0. Okay, so now I'm going to grip in here again, same way. 1, 2, 3, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And you can see it's topped out right around 50, 51, 52. So the cool thing is there's a good correlation in a much cheaper, easier way. So if you have this scale, you can measure this over time consistently, quickly. It takes 2 seconds. And if you start to see a drop, and we're talking about more than a 10% drop, so 50 would go down to 45. You got to do something about your training. I don't care if you haven't already seen those other things. That's the goal, is not to have to see those other more serious effects in your training. You need to start to take either some additional time away. You need to start dropping some of the volume in your training. You need to maybe start incorporating an additional deload week into what you're doing. Maybe you've been banging away at it for months at a time now. You'll find that when you do that and you come back and you retest and your levels are back to where they were, you hit your training again, you're going to find out that you're not going to plateau as much. Your strength levels will probably start to go up again. You haven't reached its overall max capacity. I can pretty much guarantee you that, guys. We have a lot higher capacity to become bigger and better and faster than we probably give ourselves credit for. But a lot of times we believe in that because we get ourselves stuck in this rut here and we were not early enough to intervene. So this is such a simple and easy way to do that. And I promise you, if you do it yourself, you're going to find this could be a very important warning sign way ahead of the things that are actually going to become more apparent. So guys, if you're looking for programs, because that's what matters is how you program things. It's the difference between exercising and training. I've said it all the time. Training is actually a plan. It's a progression. There's planned points where we have to bring it back a little bit, and there's planned points where we have to step on the gas. Knowing that and doing that the right way is what gets you to a bigger and better, faster level a lot faster and more efficiently. That's what we do with all of our plans over at ATHLEAN-X.com. If you have some questions, guys, about the process, if you want to measure yourself, leave your grip strength measurements down below so we could all check them out. No one's going to laugh. Even Jesse, he's only got about 10. That's not true, right? What is yours, Jesse?
I have no idea.
All right, so it's low. But the fact is, guys, leave your comments, thumbs up below. Let me know what I'm going to cover. I'll do my best to do that for you. If you haven't already done so, guys, click subscribe, turn on your notifications, and never miss a video. All right, I'll be back here again soon. See ya.